Hey yo, what it do, guys? The topic that I'm going to be talking about today basically is gun control. The reason I'm bringing up this topic today is because somebody made a video about the shooting that happened in Connecticut in the United States the other day. And basically in the video, first of all, I just want to say this to the family, to the victims of this horrible crime. My heart goes out to you guys. I know this is such a tough time for you guys right now, especially the time of year. Christmas time is a time for family, and the most precious things in your life were taken away, whether it be your kids, family members, mother, brother, whatever. My heart goes out to you guys. Well, anyways, the person that I'm responding to in the video is a YouTube gaming commentator. He goes by the moniker or the name or whatever, Wings of Redemption, and I'm a fan of his. I've been watching him for a long time, and I'm not mad at him because he made a video which was kind of like a mistake in talking about his views on gun control so fast. Since he responded to what was going on and he shared his opinion, I felt like I had to share my opinion also. And for the purpose of this video, I will be disabling any monetization on this video. So I will be gaining no type of anything. I won't have anything to gain from this video. I just want to share my views and respond to what this person said. So basically, this person said that eliminating firearms completely from the United States will not stop people from killing each other. It basically will not stop crime. And that is very true. It will not stop crime. But in my opinion, it will definitely slow down crime. It will slow down gun on gun crime. If there's obviously no guns in a country or no guns owned by civilians, then it's harder for civilians to kill each other with the easiest thing to kill people with guns. Guns are made to give you the fastest, most easiest way to kill another human being. It's not like the United States has the most gun crime in the world. It definitely does not have the most crime or the most gun crime in the world per 100,000 people per population. It doesn't have the highest amount of crime in the world. But what the United States does have is that most of its murders are committed by guns. So if you take the gun away from the person that has a gun who is ready to commit a crime, it becomes a little bit harder for him to commit a crime. For instance, in the case of what happened the other day, that person killed 20 children, also killed, I believe it's either 7 more people and himself, which brings the total to 28, something like that. If that person didn't have a gun, sure, he can look for another way to commit and try to kill as much people as he wants to. He might look for another way. He might find it, but it's not a 100% guarantee that he could find it. Meanwhile, he could just go out, buy some guns, and he pretty much has a very high probability of achieving what he wants to do right off the bat. No research, no anything. He could just go buy his guns because they're easily accessible to anybody, even if they have. In most states, even if they have a history of mental illness, they'll still sell you a gun. Most of the people that commit these kinds of crimes have a history of mental illness, and they still are able to acquire guns and do the horrible things that they do. Not to mention the unplanned murders that are committed within the United States. How many times does a person go to a bar or they go to a nightclub and they don't go out with the intention of killing someone, but they get themselves into trouble, and a person gets heated, a human being gets heated up, and he might do something that he'll later on regret, but because he had that gun, that legal gun that he bought, and he took it along with him or her, then that person committed a crime. Whereas if he or she would have never had the gun to begin with, that crime wouldn't have been committed. And I understand that the United States doesn't have that high amount of crime as other countries do. There are countries with more crime. A lot of Latin American countries, African countries have a lot higher gun crime, and they have way less guns. But that is basically a byproduct of basically narco-trafficking and the trafficking of drugs and a lot of cartels that are going on in a lot of these small countries, or even in Africa, mineral-rich countries that are exploited by these military leaders or whatever. It's not the same. It's not the same. And the U.S. is a Western, industrialized, advanced country, and out of most Western standard countries, it has the highest gun crime. And I haven't even talked about the accidental deaths that go on in the U.S. because of firearms. If firearms weren't legal in the U.S., those deaths wouldn't occur at all whatsoever. I think the last figure that I saw was last year, over 500 people died accidentally by guns, by either a firearm going off or someone else pulling the trigger or whatever by mistake. And if firearms didn't exist, that would be 500 lives right there that would be saved, that would not have died because of a firearm and because of a legal firearm. And a lot of people, I mean, that's just one thing right there. How many lives do you need to save for it to be significant? Like, we're not looking to eliminate all crime here. We're not looking to eliminate that. That's virtually impossible at this point. It probably will be impossible for a very long time. What this would basically do is it would reduce the amount of crime. The amount of crime will go down. And I don't know, a lot of people defend guns. I guess they like or love their guns. I don't know. I play Call of Duty every day. I love Call of Duty, and I've never seen myself ever buying a gun. That's just something that doesn't interest me. I play a game with guns, killing other people inside of a game, of course, and it does not interest me at all to own a gun. And I don't ever see a situation where I'm going to need a gun. I don't ever think, oh, somebody breaks into your house. The probability of that happening when I'm in the house is very small. Very small, especially in the area, in the place where I live at. I live like basically in the city, and it's very difficult for someone to break into your house when you're in there. Most of the time, they'll do it when you're not there. I understand that this won't deter everyone that wants to kill someone else from actually doing it, but it'll make it a little bit harder. And making it a little bit harder over a long period of time saves a lot of lives. It saves thousands and thousands of lives. And just one life is enough to do it. One life that you save is enough. Imagine thousands, imagine millions over a course of a century. And that's enough. That's good enough for me. It doesn't have to eliminate all crime. It doesn't. Gun control doesn't have to eliminate all crime. It just has to reduce it. The United States can be at the level where Japan is at, where basically no murders are committed every year by gun. 1 or 2, at the most 10, not 9,000 like in the U.S. Not even 5,000. If the U.S. had 5,000 gun deaths per year, it would be a whole lot safer than it is right now. But it's not. It's one of the few economically advanced countries that have this much gun crime. I understand it's an amendment, but amendments have been changed. Anyways, check the description for more information because I wrote more down there. Peace out, guys.